Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Oh, yeah, it's a Sunday, in the beautiful San Diego, and this is Radio Band Diego, and yeah, that is right. My name is Florentino Buenaventura, and we are on the WS Radio Network, and that's who powers us, the worldwide leader in internet talk radio, if you guys didn't know that. But if you're listening to the show, you've actually heard that before. And we are brought to you by some really cool sponsors of ours, and first and foremost, SIR Music Equipment Rental. They'll be maybe sponsoring our band when they go out on tour here over in the South here in a little bit. Of course, we've got Pitbull Audio at pitbullaudio.com, where they just want you to play it loud. And then one of the ones that is very near and dear to my heart, California Music Studios. When we are playing live and going live with that show, that's where we are at, because they have it going on. They hook up the teachers with the right students. Basically, they have a stringent process to find great music teachers, and then those people who want the best, they basically go there to California Music Studios. Today we've got a powerful show, because we've got a band who's been really kind of tearing it up here in San Diego. They are, a band with a social conscience as well as a message and a unique sound that incredibly impressed me. They sold out the House of Blues for their CD release party. Over 1,000 folks there. And it is Lyrical Groove. Say what's up, guys.
What's going on, good folks? How y'all doing?
Hey, man, it's good to be here.
So we got a few of the Lyrical Groove members here, and we're going to be playing some music here today. And before I go, let's kind of get some names here. We've got Kendrick Dow.
Yes, Kendrick Dow, the frontman, vocalist, lyricist, songwriter, etc.
And Glenn Sanders. I'm the drummer, also co-band leader.
And GK, that's what we know him as, just like the amp. Who are some of the other members? Let's kind of give a shout out to those folks.
I think off top we got Cubby, Jacob Miranda on bass. We got the lovely Brisa Lauren on vocals.
Yeah.
Our good guy Token on guitar.
Okay.
Michael Benedetto.
And Tennessee Keys, Michael Smith on keys.
All right. So this segment we like to play some music, man. So
right.
Let's go ahead and cue up the first song, Wake Up. Tell me a little bit about that song.
Wake Up is actually is such a significant piece for us, because this was the song, like, we started out in like 2010, and this was the song when we did this song, and it was like the last song of our set, and everybody started getting up dancing and just kind of moving, and we kind of all looked at each other and was like, yo, this might be something here. And so this was the song that kind of cemented us moving more in the direction of really just kind of, we might be able to make something happen with this.
Yeah.
And then and the song itself, it just speaks to the reality of life that we're living in, and how we want folks to kind of wake up on a conscious level, in terms of relating to each other, in terms of connecting with each other, and looking at all the challenges we face as a society, and then recognizing what we need to kind of get beyond that. And if you listen to the last verse, you hear a lot of things that are inspirational, inspiring, and making that bridge.
Yeah. And the sound I think if I coin it correctly, is poetic soul.
Yeah, I like this poetic soul. We after the name of the album, Spoken Soul.
Spoken Soul. Yeah.
So we kind of blend it all together. The spoken word, poetry, soul music, hip hop, jazz, kind of fuse it all together.
Yeah. I love it. Well, let's kick it off. Wake up.
Oh yeah. Turn me up just a little bit. It's about to get there. Everybody, we need you to wake up. Wake up. Wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up. Wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up. Wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up. Wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. Oligarchy, anarchy, Marxism, communist, racism, sexism, socialistic ignorance, glass ceilings, classism, day labor, sharecropper, drug lords, warlords, mafia, mobsters, sweatshop, chop shop, dope spot, hot blocks, rifle, grenades,
gunshot, shell shot, malicious politicians, superstitions, Satanists, pedophile, juvenile, murderer, rapists, immigrants, refugees, transient, Haitians, subordinate education, staggering the nation, millionaire, trillionaire, billionaires, elite, poor, impoverished, proper obsolete, in-run scheme, Ponzi scheme, pyramid screams, bailout screams, bounce checks in the illustrious, industrial, prison complex. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. Indecisive indecisions plague our existence. All that we need is what we are given, but we're struggling with focus, smoking out of focus, hocus pocus chokers, focusing on these gadgets, forgetting what really matters. How you gonna succeed when you don't really believe, don't have no map? We've been so programmed that even if we saw the North Star, we would only get us so far. We only listen to Tom, GPS, and OnStar. Forgotten how to connect with nature, forgotten how to connect with our youth. Seeing them as separate entities like we were never them. Maybe we need to change the conversation for what they ain't doing and how lazy they are to why they do the things they do. Because if we understood, then maybe then we can help them. Wake up, 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 and put the focus in your cup to wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup to wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. Empowerment, resilience, brilliance, confidence, self-esteem, I believe, persistence, patience, delayed gratification, critical thinking, values, dignity, listening, determination, dedication, waiting, courtesy, respect, love, hope, loyalty, fighting for a purpose, coping with grief, communication, thinking for yourself, belief, prayer, meditation, open minds, deliberate decisions, valuing your time, understanding feelings, understanding balance, letting go of malice, step into the challenge, being not afraid to fail. It's supported life sometimes, so y'all catch hell, but you can't give up, you can't give up. We may fall down, but we get back up. So wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. So wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. So wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. So wake up, wake up, wake up, and put the focus in your cup. Everybody wake up.
Y'all woken up now? Great track, man. It's meaningful, powerful.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, we're going to jump into the next one because we got about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I want to cue that up. What's the name of the song?
I think the name of the next one was Summertime.
Yeah,
Summertime. It is summertime, right? Go ahead.
And, on this one, we have the lovely Rebecca Jade that sat in with us, as well as Rashad Graham, also known as Shotty G.
Okay. Kick it off, Paul, and we're going to go into the next segment after that.
Beautiful days, summertime lovely, all year round.
Summer in the winter, summer in the spring, summer in the fall, is how we do it, y'all. Summer in the winter, summer in the spring, summer in the fall, is how we do it, y'all. Summer in the winter, summer in the spring, summer in the fall, is how we do it, y'all. Summer in the winter, summer in the spring, summer in the fall, is how we do it, y'all. You can see heaven and hell, smell fresh when you sweat. Still
show love. When you suffer from neglect, still stand tall. When they knock you to your knees, and have enough faith to believe in your dreams. Don't be listening to your past, calling you a fool. You reflect the sun. Don't be imitating blues. Don't listen to your past, calling you a fool. You reflect the sun. Don't be imitating blues.
My mama was a Bible thumper, daddy was a heathen, but ironically, both of them taught me lessons I would need. When you suffer from the psyche of a cynic, you wonder if the world reflects what God intended. You try and do good, try and work hard, try and be smart, try and play your part, but it always seems as if the cats that live like crooks live like kings. Live like kings, but I recognize the source. I recognize the love. I'm seeing what it does, believing what it does. It heals, it creates, and it even inspires. When it's really strong enough, can bring the truth about a lie. Feel the fire, now feel the heat, now feel the stream behind my speech. I speak, I reach, I teach, I seek. All of those under my voice. You have the choice to choose your actions. This is conscious interaction, calculated hope to try and help you cope. So listen as I flow. So listen as I flow.
Oh man, that's a great tune. Definitely summertime, you know. But y'all have to buy the CD to listen to the rest of that song. This has been Radio Band Diego, powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks. We're here with Lyrical Groove, brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental at SIR-USA.com, Pitbull Audio at pitbullaudio.com, and California Music Studios at californiamusicstudios.com. Stay tuned.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Thank you for listening to WS Radio. Improve your business and your life with useful information from experts and thought leaders. WS Radio is radio with ROI.
You may have heard me brag about Progressive Medical Center and just how much they've helped me with my health. And Dr. Goley, one thing that you have helped so many people with is migraines.
Unfortunately, there are millions and millions of Americans who are suffering with migraines and headaches, and they're debilitating because it affects the quality of their life, and they cannot function properly. At Progressive, we get the root cause because we understand that migraines could be caused by nutritional deficiencies, hormonal imbalances, believe it or not, delayed food sensitivities. And once we determine what the real reason is, we put a plan of action together with medication that we get them off slowly, and we put them on an all-natural approach, and the results are amazing.
Incredible. I mean, there's so many people that can say they don't live their lives with migraines anymore thanks to Progressive Medical Center.
And that's what's exciting and rewarding to us as physicians, because we help our patients take control of their health, and that's why they're living well.
Why don't you get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today? Don't live in pain. Don't have migraines anymore. Just go to their website, progressivemedicalcenter.com.
This is your life. Live it well.
The Aristocrats, featuring Guthrie Govan on guitar, Brian Beller on bass, and Marco Miniman on drums, are by any measure the hottest new band in instrumental rock fusion today. They rewrote their own rules for their third studio album, Tres Caballeros. It's available now, and the band is currently on tour selling out venues as they make their way to the UC San Diego Price Center Ballroom East on Friday, August 28th. Get your tickets now at www.ucsdboxoffice.com.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, CEO and founder of VinVillage.com and the Wine and Dine Show on Vin Village Radio. Do you have a wine, event, product, or service to promote? Then contact VinVillage.com to reach thousands of wine lovers across the country. VinVillage connects like-minded wine enthusiasts with unique and exclusive wines, events, products, and services. To learn more, contact us on VinVillage.com. VinVillage is where wine lovers connect. Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Yeah, it's the second segment of the change or the Radio Band Diego. Oh, I almost slept. That's what you get for having multiple shows, man. You can start getting into a groove. Well, you guys are like seminal, so you could be on both the change stage and Radio Band Diego. Yeah, everywhere. We're in your head.
You need some Folgers in your cup.
I know, I do, brother. All right. We are powered by the Mighty WS Radio Network, so I should have like that worldwide leader energy that we should coin that as a drink. And of course, thanks to California Music Studios who really make everything happen for us. Jennifer and the crew over there really are awesome. And we've been in studio here with Lyrical Groove with Kendrick and GK.
Yep.
Talking about the track we just played, a little bit of Wake Up and Summertime. Y'all, again, have to go buy the album if you want to hear some Summertime, you want to hear some Rebecca Jade.
Right.
So, tell me, guys, how'd you get started? I already heard the story in the break earlier, but we kind of have to get it. Right. We got to let everybody else kind of get up on that. So.
Right. I guess to keep it brief, I've been doing some poetry with a couple of other poets and started doing with live music. And then at some point, I decided to kind of just go by myself and do it. And my man GK was right there with me in terms of like, yo, let's try to build something. Yeah. And so we started that, had a couple other musicians with us at the time. And then we did one gig in particular at the Ruby Room in Hillcrest here in San Diego. Yeah. And the response to when we did Wake Up just really kind of cemented us in our heads, like, hey, this could really be something. Yeah. And so we just, from that point on, we just kind of went about building, this musical artistry that we have today. Yeah. And yeah, go ahead.
No, and there was a comment made earlier and it kind of made me laugh because the song Wake Up and Put Some Focus in Your Cup actually started as Folgers in your cup. We were going to submit a jingle for the
Paul,
yes. So we were going to submit the song for the jingle contest that Folgers had at the time.
Oh, okay.
Right. So Wake Up and Put Some Folgers in your cup, and it turned out to be Wake Up and Put Some Focus. Yeah.
Right. Actually, you know what? And Folgers never hit us back about that. Not to say I'm bitter or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, Folgers,
not
y'all
bitter coffee, nothing like that.
I'm just saying, folks, y'all could have had something. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they could have.
I was thinking that when I heard it, that you should submit it as a jingle, and they should jump on it.
Right, and we did. They didn't. So, but we gonna go some places. Somebody else gonna hear it. But just know, Folgers, Lyrical Groove. Y'all need to.
And if you call, we will answer the phone.
Put some food on the table as well as some Folgers in your cup.
Yes.
And then summertime, we live in sunny San Diego, so there's summer
the weather's
in the winter,
so terrible
summer
here.
in the spring, summer in the fall.
Yeah, but that's also the metaphor for life in terms of we can't get stuck in those down seasons of life. There's so much more to kind of be thankful for and appreciate, and to those lessons, those experiences. If you can learn from those, then you can. That's a little sunshine on the other side of that.
Yeah. I think we were talking a little bit from a spiritual side. And I was at church today, so kind of kicked up and kind of.
Bless you, brother.
Yeah.
Pray. Did you pray for me?
I was praying for. I prayed for today, man, for a good show. But it was talking about contentment and being content with who you are versus always chasing something, and obviously content with the Lord above. But for anybody, whatever their beliefs are, exactly what you said is just being thankful for blessings that are there, and then being even in times of trials and tribulations, always still know that you're okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now that it's kind of an important thing because you guys, your messaging and I'm not because you're sitting here, man. The way you flow, it's different. It really strikes imagery. Your cadence, everything kind of just it tells a story and you're not just hearing lyrics, but you're seeing images. Actually, when I listen to it, how did that, because it's unique, man. And then you guys play with real instruments, a real drummer, man. Your name's not Roger Lynn, and not a drum machine. I didn't, not calling you a Kai.
right, absolutely. No.
Well, we started out, and actually we was having this conversation in the car up here. So I started out as strictly a spoken word poet.
Yeah.
And so doing, a little bit of slam and just performance poetry all over San Diego.
Yeah.
And for me, one of the things that I just really connected to was bringing the musical element into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, GK is just really, a beast in terms of musical integrity that we do. And he recognizes that, when it comes to poetry, all you really need is a mic and dim light, so to speak.
Yeah.
But when you can add the musical element to it, but do it in a way that accents it and blends it together, it really makes a really cohesive situation happen that, folks who don't necessarily listen to lyrics can at some point, oh, wow, what are they saying? And kind of, and then folks that are just even more about the poetry, they can really hear the musical stylings that are the background for it.
Yeah.
Somewhat, if you think about a movie, a great movie usually has a really great score in the background.
Yeah.
Because the scariest movies, if you don't hear that right before somebody gets hacked, then you don't know it's coming. And so,
well, there's always that brother shouting out, "They're gonna get you, man! Just right behind you."
Yeah. So it's just important to make sure it's just not any music behind. The poetry. So again, it'll tap into whatever emotion, and so whether you're feeling good that day, bad that day.
And that's why I think our sound is so diverse and it has such a range, because it's more about providing the background for whatever message or whatever lyrical piece is being put together, as opposed to necessarily just trying to fit inside a genre. That's where we kind of
and I think that's important. I think so we're going to talk about the industry in kind of the second segment, but on this particular one, I just wanted to kind of say that that's one of the things that you hear, even for us, there was a term coined for us because we had live drummers on our dance tracks. We sounded old. It's like, because we have real drummer. We have a real drummer with real drum sounds. That sounds old because we're doing we're doing kind of a old chic kind of, disco sound.
Right.
Which we wanted to kind of be a little bit more authentic and, but you guys pull it off so well, man. I mean, I'm just saying, GK, it's there, the accent points that you had, like when you're hearing the lyrics, it's like boom,
right.
And then you got the vocalist kind of going on top of that. It's powerful, and I think that I think that you guys got a real shot with getting that sound out. The challenge is, again, we'll talk about in the second segment, is how does that work? How do we do that in this market today?
Say that.
So, let's kind of talk a little bit about some of the instrumentations that you kind of build the tracks on. Obviously, you've got some of the standard instruments. When you build a track, do you build it from the lyrical side and the drums first, or do you try to do it from a musical chord progression standpoint?
We kind of our process is kind of all over. We kind of like to jam it out. So I might come with some lyrics and maybe a melody or something like that. Or GK might have some chords or something like that, and then I'm listening to his chords and I'm just thinking about whatever emotions come up and kind of writing to what that is.
Or right next to that, Token will come in and have a structured song written out, chord structure, the whole nine, and a hook, and then bring that to Kendrick and say, hey, this is what I have, and then Kendrick will start writing poetry and lyrics to it. And so we've been able to, it's a really fluid process. It doesn't look the same every time. But there's some music that may come with, and Kendrick may have some poetry already ready, and then it meshes perfectly. And then sometimes we're just building together, or we'll just say, hey, let's just sit down and jam. And then we always record our practice sessions. And so it may be, absolutely. It may be a 10-second clip of something that we did together, and then we'll pause and say, okay, that's the foundation for this point. Because Kendrick just got inspired and now he started to write. And so it's a really fluid process.
And you guys put that album together, and then I was, when I met Kendrick, we were talking about you guys doing your launch party over there at House of Blues in the big room.
That was initially supposed to happen back in 2014 and like 2013, like
August
back
of
in August
2013.
Yes, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen, and it wasn't supposed to happen that way, but. San Diego came out and supported big time. February 6th was huge.
1,000 people you guys had at that show. Now, how do you put that together? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there are bands that would give their left arm leg to get 1,000 people out to their shows as a kind of a local favorite. Because there's the old saying, profit is not a is not a profit. Well, I don't know how it goes. I'm paraphrasing, but you know, basically not recognized, respected in his own hometown.
Honestly, I would love to be able to say like we put 1,000 people at the House of Blues and it was all about the Lyrical group, but it wasn't. That particular show was so many other local acts, and that's kind of representative of the musical community that I've connected with.
Who were the acts that were on that bill?
So we had Solar Blaze was on that night. Verdell. Brother Burns and Jay Fats. I think Broken Stem were on that night. Who else was Rhythm and the Method on that night? Yeah. So I mean, it was really.
It was a solid ticket. Yeah. It was a solid ticket that night, and there was so much diversity in the types of sound.
Yeah.
So nobody sounded like us. Nobody sounded like the other band.
Yeah.
Well, even getting the collection of people there, getting 1,000 people for local groups together. Yeah. That's like if you get 100 people for local groups, you're doing well.
But what's unique is somebody made the comment that because. I was there early on, and it was kind of filing in, and people would file in and out, and then, when it got time for us to play, the house started to get packed. Right. But again, I think one of the ways you do that is, again, if you listen to our album, Spoken Soul Music for Life, you hear a lot of, and you look at the credits, there are a lot of artists who have been putting in work for years in San Diego who represented, because again, we wanted that to be an album that San Diego can be proud of, and that folks in San Diego could be represented, because there's great talent here. So again, when you're visible, when you commune with the community of artists, etc., it really helps you build that to build that leverage, and folks come out and support. We go out and support other bands, and they came out and supported us in a big way.
We got that commercial break coming up. This has been Radio Band Diego, powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks. We're here with Lyrical Groove, kicking down some knowledge. Really cool stuff. We'll be right back.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
Has your business been appified? Are you tired of doing marketing that doesn't deliver results? Mobile apps build loyalty and quality retention. Your app from UPG Mobile puts your business on their mind and at their fingertips. UPG Mobile will give you a custom app highlighting how you are unique, targeting your message, and improving your open rates. Appify your business and amplify your presence with your customers at upgmobilemarketinggroup.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get to the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
The Aristocrats, featuring Guthrie Govan on guitar, Brian Beller on bass, and Marco Miniman on drums, are by any measure the hottest new band in instrumental rock fusion today. They rewrote their own rules for their third studio album, Tres Caballeros. It's available now, and the band is currently on tour selling out venues as they make their way to the UC San Diego Price Center Ballroom East on Friday, August 28th. Get your tickets now at www.ucsdboxoffice.com.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
This is Radio Band Diego. That's for Chris, who did our announcement for that one. Yes, we are powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks, the worldwide leader in Internet talk radio, and brought to you by SIR Music Equipment Rental at SIR-USA.com, Pitbull Audio at PitbullAudio.com, and our good friends over at California Music Studios at CaliforniaMusicStudios.com. We are here with Lyrical Groove with Kendrick and GK, talking about music and the business. And before we get into the industry here, I just kind of wanted to finish up where you guys are. You're going to be going to Louisiana, right?
Yeah, we're going to New Orleans for the Cutting Edge Music Conference. We're doing a couple of performances out there on the New Artist Showcase.
Awesome. Like I said, man, we gotta have you be like the on the spot reporter out there, kind of calling in and telling us what's going on. They got all these bees and people are putting them on, and girls are going, doing the whole topless thing. No, I'm just joking.
That's in February.
Well, actually, they're doing not a strange topic, but I guess that's going to be a big thing over at Venice Beach here in the next few days. They're going to do like this, free the breast thing over there. So, it's crazy. I guess they're making it around the country. It's going to be women can be like men, which is all good. Hey, man,
right. I'm all about equality.
Beads won't be needed anymore. It's all right. Anyway, so you guys are doing this conference. What's the conference primarily about?
The Cutting Edge Conference is that's for sure, Cutting Edge Music Business Conference. And so they have a lot of lawyers there. They have different sessions around entertainment law, the music business, film and financing, how to collect your publishing, royalties. So the music side, the business side of music.
Wow. Okay. So that's kind of serendipitous to what we're going to talk about right now.
Right.
As this industry is changing, and I've had a few friends on. I grew up in Sacramento where R&B and funk and soul, that's what I grew up on. Confunction, Lakeside,
right.
Parliament Funkadelic, all these groups that were, really the cutting edge of African American music at that time, and that was pretty much the sound. It's obviously changed, and with music departments being cut down, quite often it's the R&B and soul departments that are being cut off first, before the country and the rock departments are being cut. And we just talked about that earlier. Having live drums on a track, that's unheard of lately. For the R&B, if it's doesn't sound like it came out of Europe and it's EDM, you're not doing anything that's in that category. So, how are you guys approaching this with your sound being so unique and defining a standard that I think all groups should attain to, because understanding your piece of gear needs to be primarily a priority.
Right. I think for us is on a couple different levels. It's about doing the music that's for you, so to speak. Like, this is the type of music that we truly appreciate, so this is the type of music that we do. But even in the aspect of the live instrumentation versus EDM, yada yada yada, well, we have a lot of European artists coming over here who are doing live soul music, live soul music, who are faring very well in that. You think about Adele, you think about Sam Smith, and etc. So it's still there. The whole reason why the typical image has maybe shifted as some other dynamics that we can probably talk about later. But that just lets us know you have to be authentic to yourself. And I think that's where a lot of artists, in terms of the industry, kind of switched up, because it's all about trying to make a hit and trying to make what's current and sound like this, as opposed to doing what's genuinely there for you.
The authenticity.
The authenticity piece. And so for those that we treat like Foreign Exchange, like D'Angelo, those are the artists that we kind of look up to and truly appreciate. And even we have a very gospel, heavy influence from the gospel realm. So that's a part of that element too. So that's who we are, and so that's just kind of what we stick to, and we just ride that out.
Now, what's your plan to get the sound out? I mean, obviously you're going on tour. You've had some great, shows that you've done. Like I said, you're the envy when it comes down to having 1,000 people come out and see your CD release party. So, what are some of the other plans? How are you guys going to get the message out about how cool the band is?
I think that's one of the things we're actually just trying to figure out. I think for me, that's one of my big motivations for heading to New Orleans is to make some contacts with some folks who understand the business a little better, who can help us propel our sound to some different audiences, as well as I know the whole video aspect of the music piece is very big. So YouTube. So we're definitely working on getting some videos done and whatnot, and just really trying to. I think a lot of it boils down to the support from the people who appreciate what we do in terms of them continuing to share our music. I run across, I can't tell you how many people it was like, I really appreciate what you all do, and so I forwarded, or I bought CDs or music for 5 of my friends who I knew who own it, and they love it just as well. So just that piece of our friends and family and supporters putting it out there, and us trying to figure out how to do it in today's industry. Yeah, definitely. Well, it's kind of interesting that you bring that up, because I'm looking forward to hearing what they say at the conference. On the other show, Changing Stage, changingstage.com, if you guys want to take a listen. I'm going to do a shameless self-promotion here. Radio Band Diego, radiobandiego.com. You guys can listen in when we have the archives up. But what we found kind of is the funny thing is that people in the business don't know how it's going to work anymore. It's really... we've done over 100 interviews with some of the key players. Somebody like Ken Cragen, who was Lionel Richie's manager, was... Kenny Rogers' manager, put together major TV shows, says, the biggest thing he can say is that go out and make a big splash. Right. Make sure people know who you are and drive that brand awareness. But signing with a major label, it's not that time anymore. It's not the way to go. It's not the way to go anymore, for most artists, especially like a group like you, where they, the major label might try to pigeonhole you into whatever they think it should be right now to kind of fit whatever demographic they're trying to target. So, that's kind of a big thing. I think that's huge. So I'm be interested to find out what they're saying over there. How they're saying it you should go. 'Cause the biggest thing I hear right now is make the big splash, social media, make sure you have your business acumen on as well as your artistic acumen on, and just get out and meet people and build that brand.
Absolutely. I mean, if we've been paying attention, if anybody's on Instagram or Facebook, you've seen Tyrese's album Black Rose. Yeah. It was #1 for 2 weeks in the country, fully independent. He went back to, the public bus system. He went back to the train system. He was just meeting people and just pushing it out. I think he said he has about 6 people in his Voltron records, and they had a #1 album in the country, independent. And so it can be done. You just have to get out and move.
Yeah, exactly.
There are lanes. So, and again, in San Diego, just like in any other city, there are different places where this music is appreciated in a bigger level. And again, it's about where is that lane and where is that group and segment, and how do we touch those people coming out of San Diego, because it does exist.
And I think that's kind of important, because the hip hop community, I think, is still very focused on almost one-to-one. So I got some good friends over at Black Market Records. And I think I told you about them. And they did like Brother Lynch Hung, Sibo, and a bunch of other artists throughout the history. They've been around for 25 years. They still have their street team that they've had plugged in for all that time, where these cats are selling the CDs out of the trunk of their car, like going to a mall, saying, "Hey, let me play this for you. Let me bump this for you. Take a listen. You want this because this is going to be something that you're going to enjoy time and time again." So I think that's an important, what you're saying, is getting out there, meeting people.
Yeah.
What are some of the other things that you guys have lined up for the group that is going to help push that along?
I think one of the focuses right now is really building with the community. So I've been fortunate to work with this restorative practices program that is implementing within San Diego Unified School District.
Oh, wow.
And we actually we did like a video to present to the school board and other people, just in terms of what restorative practices looks like with the community in the school district. And so we actually were able to use a little bit of Lyrical Groove on that on the film and whatnot. So I got to kind of be music supervisor, so to speak, sneak us in there a little bit.
Well, that's you got to go where you can, man.
Right. Also, we actually just licensed a track with Blue Heart Foundation, which is also works with youth in terms of building them up in terms of mentorship and things of that nature.
And we've also gotten recently got some calls about having our song having some songs featured in some films that are internet films, and it's something I think that are on TV as well. And so again, how do we take the music that we've recorded and then get that into either film or internet or different spots,
That is definitely one of the practices I heard that made sense, is that, if you can get it into a major motion picture, you can get awareness bumped up, on a huge level. So.
And then also I think it's about collaborating with other artists, just building that bridge of community.
Yeah.
If you look at our album, Spoken Soul Music for Life, we had some from hip hop to soul to jazz, musicians like Curtis Taylor, Rebecca Jade, Gervais, Mickey Vale.
Yeah.
So just tons of different
great talents, local talents. Yeah.
Right. We had 10, 15 different artists that were there to kind of connect with us on that. So I think that's another element of it in terms of getting it out, in terms of building these bridges with other artists and getting into, sharing the fan stream, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be able to experience a little bit more of that here. This next segment coming up, we got about 15 seconds left. I want to give a shout out for, speaking of community, UCSD is doing a lot of stuff with music. We were personally involved with the Aristocrats show, which is the Players show that's going to be happening on August 28th over at the Price Center East. And, so make sure you guys get tickets for that. Come out and check that out, because Guthrie Govan is a beast. This has been Radio Band Diego, powered by the Mighty WS Radio Networks. We are into the third segment. We're going to be going into the fourth segment, which is all about the music for that segment. Thank you to our sponsors, SIR, Pitbull Audio, and California Music Studios. Stay tuned, because we're going to bump some more jams.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
On the internet, your business's reputation can be unjustly destroyed in an instant. Don't wait for that to happen. Building and marketing your 5-star reputation can increase your business by as much as 19%. Take control of your reputation and have the 5-star reputation you deserve with Reputation Marketing Solutions by DSI Development. Become the go-to company by visiting 5starrepmarketing.com. The number 5starrepmarketing.com.
The Aristocrats, featuring Guthrie Govan on guitar, Brian Beller on bass, and Marco Miniman on drums, are by any measure the hottest new band in instrumental rock fusion today. They rewrote their own rules for their third studio album, Tres Caballeros. It's available now, and the band is currently on tour selling out venues as they make their way to the UC San Diego Price Center Ballroom East on Friday, August 28th. Get your tickets now at www.ucsdboxoffice.com.
You've heard me bragging about Progressive Medical Center and how they've helped me feel so much healthier. But one thing, Dr. Agoli, that a lot of people come to you with is just unexplained pain. They just can't get any relief. Why can Progressive Medical Center's Pain Management Center help them?
First of all, we have to acknowledge that pain is for real, and you've got acute pain and chronic pain. Here's the problem. That acute pain turns to chronic, which is long-standing, and no one's getting to the root cause. There's several key diagnostic components that help us get to the root of what's causing this pain. Is it inflammation? Once we do a thorough evaluation to get the root cause, determine if it's structural or if it's a metabolic issue. And this way, we put an individualized program for pain management involving correcting the spine, using certain injections when necessary, and we get our patients out of pain quicker, and they stay out of pain because we teach them how to live their life well.
Don't let yourself live in pain any longer. Get a hold of Progressive Medical Center today at progressivemedicalcenter.com.
Progressive Medical, this is your life, live it well.
Which sandwich is healthy and tasty? Which sandwich can come on bread or in a bowl? Which sandwich comes 51 different ways, so it's always your way. A which sandwich. Stop into our shop in Hazard Center. We're upstairs from the Hazard Center Digiplex. Bring in your movie ticket. We will add a free drink and chips to your sandwich order. Or order online at whichwich.com and we will have it ready and waiting. WHICH. Whichwich.com.
Talk to me. WSRadio.com.
This is Radio Band Diego, your band's reveal, with your host, Florentino Buenaventura.
Yeah, this is Radio Band Diego, powered by the mighty WS Radio Networks. We are the worldwide leader in internet talk radio, and we love to do music talk. But this time around, we're going to actually do music sound. We're going to kick off a couple more songs for you guys. So, Kendrick or GK, tell us what's the next one up on.
I think the next one up is called Uncertain Times. And if you listen all the way through, GK has one of the dopest little solos up on this one.
Okay. Paul?
Of no clues. I'm praying for my brothers and my sisters who just can't seem to get away. Every decision that they make turns out to be another mistake. I'm trying to find life is full of uncertainties. I'm certain of that. I'm certain of that. I'm certain of that.
And I'm certain that life is a race. But what I'm not certain of is how do we get to the finish line? When I faltered so many times on my own account, you wouldn't believe how many checks I've bounced before I learned how to effectively manage my bank account. Even today, I'm thankful for overdraft protection. Just like my Savior's death and resurrection, it keeps me out of debt. Helps me better understand what the real problem is. I wish more of us could see what we were worth. I believe it could have kept some of my unknowing brethren from becoming some unsuspecting victim. Walking into a ready-made system which preys on us so-called second-class citizens. So I stand still, wade in the water, steadfast and unmovable, doing my best to not lean on my own because I know I'm just a man. And often, my wrongs outweigh my rights. But
I'm trying to find a way.
So I wrote this for the likes of you, those we call P2, patented with promise. We beseech you, because we love you, want you to become the person you were destined to be. Understand the vision God intended you to see. So in turn I take these words, these nouns and these verbs, I read them, I write them and speak them till I bleed them, in hopes to one day lead men, like Moses and Canaan, to a bureau of freedmen. Let me drop these sanctions soulful seedlings in hopes that they fall on fertile ground. Sprout out as a faith-filled, fruit-filled harvest, so even when you're hard pressed, Let me speak an encouraging proverb, an ecclesiastical psalm. Sing a soulful song of Solomon until your issues exodus. Your unjust actions become just acts, and your revelations are revealed. Pray, persevere, and progress through your uncertainty until your purpose is filled. Genesis.
Oh, I'm trying to find a way. Oh, uncertain times, trying to find a way. And I'm trying to find a way. That I'm trying to find a way. I'm trying. That I'm trying to find a trying to find a way.
Woo! That's tasty. I know we were talking in between it, but I was keeping my ear on the prize. You had 6 different guests on that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Lene Battle, Jay Pierre, Jason Brown, Curtis Taylor, Robert Dove, Jordan from the Tory Rose and Hot Mess. Yes, so we had a lot of love on that track.
Awesome. Well, let's get the next track because I want people to hear it. What's the next one up?
The next one up is called Never Enough, and this dandy kind of deals with relationships. We have our own vocalist, Miss Brisa Lauren, and also some background vocals from a good friend, Siobhan, on here as well, and it's just dealing with relationships.
Yeah. Well, we can never get enough of your tracks, man. So we're going to bump this one out into the end of the show. Kick it off, Paul.
I got a feeling when the sun begins to rise that you're coming back to me, even though I tell you lies. I know you're reeling from the pain I put inside you. I can't help myself, it's never enough to love you.
She wonders why his eyes always seem to wander. Ponders if his flesh has ever given in to the possibility, but never seems to ponder the possibility of believing. Eventually, she'll be the reason he decides to change, but change ain't never been achieved inside no wishing well. But she's so accustomed to catching hell, it fits her like a glove. So much so, she can't imagine it's not being love. And though she knows love shouldn't hurt like this, if love's not hurting, then she's not feeling. And if she can't feel it, then love's not appealing. And she's made so many appeals to celestial bodies, she's dang near deity. And she's cried enough tears, she could have put out hell's fire, but her desire for someone to hold her has transformed her into a soldier. Stone cold, numb to the world. But this wasn't the soldier of love Sade was talking about. PTSD shouldn't be a result of relationships. Love should make you want to be a suicide bomber. That's the kind of love that breeds Jeffrey Dahmer. But I must admit, when love is the equation, I mean even a healthy can act insane.
I got a feeling when the sun begins to rise that you're coming back to me, even though I tell you lies. I know you're reeling from the pain I put inside you. I can't help myself, it's never enough to love you.
He likes to say he treats her like his daddy treated his mother. Consciously ignorant to his wrongdoings, pursuing satisfaction over fortitude. In this case, the fruit don't fall too far from the tree, and
And he's nowhere close to the man he wants to be. There's something about discomfort, the confident dysfunction that can make the world a wrong.
Ooh, that is Lyrical Groove, and this has been Radio Band Diego, and we really appreciate you guys being on the show. You know, this has been an awesome time, great time. We'll have to have you back and have the whole group playing live. You know, really appreciate WS Radio for being the worldwide leader. Of course, Pitbull Audio, pitbullaudio.com, SIR, and California Music Studios. Make sure you go check out the Aristocrats on the 28th over at UCSD Price Center.
Are you serious about your music? Are you ready to run with the big dogs? The experts at Pitbull Audio have the gear to get you into the game. From leading manufacturers like Mesa Boogie, Fender, Pioneer, and American Audio. To sound your best, you need the best. Pitbull Audio can deliver in rehearsal, on stage, and into the big time. Dropping beats, shredding guitar, or making the crowd roar. Whatever you dream, Pitbull Audio can help make it happen. We are Pitbull Audio. We want you to play it loud. PitbullAudio.com.
Progressive Medical.
Hey, this is Heidi Rue, and you know, Progressive Medical Center has literally changed my life and my health, but I'm not the only one. Adele suffered from bone deterioration, bone overgrowth, profound muscle discomfort, physical exhaustion, and mental fog. In fact, the bone deterioration becomes so serious that she had to have back surgery. Well, after the surgery, she still didn't feel well, and so that's when she heard about Progressive Medical Center. Progressive Medical Center discovered that her adrenals weren't working properly, her hormones were out of whack, and the drugs she had been taking were doing more harm than good. Adele came into Progressive Medical Center in a walker, physically and mentally exhausted. But now she's a world traveler. She hikes and walks several miles a day, and it's all thanks to Progressive Medical Center. 770-676-6000. 770-676-6000.
Progressive Medical. This is your life. Live it well.
Take a break from politics. Tune in and learn something. WS Radio shows are worth your time and are filled with tips and advice. Add us to your lunch routine, and we'll give you a meal for your mind.
Do you want to be a professional coach? Are you in business trying to make a real difference with people you manage or work with? Have you started a coaching practice that isn't quite getting off the ground? Get the skills you need to be a successful coach today with the Coaches Training Program from Accomplishment Coaching. The Coaches Training Program will show you how to help others focus and be more fulfilled. Whether you want to improve your company's bottom line or create a thriving coaching practice, Accomplishment Coaching can give you the distinctions and practices you need to coach others effectively today. Accomplishment Coaching has spent 6 years developing a cutting-edge coaches training program that will have you ready to coach people professionally in just 12 months, and you don't have to take time off work to do it. To find out more about the Coaches Training Program, just call 1-888-548-6813. That's 1-888-548-6813.
Hi, this is Rob Barnett, VinVillage.com, where wine lovers connect. Be sure to tune in weekly to Vin Village Radio for exclusive, in-depth interviews with the who's who in wine and food.